Hi, everybody. This is Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. It's Friday, February 20th, 2026. This is an update for the All Hazards Consortium, the sensitive information sharing environment, where we share information across platforms and across private sector organizations and state emergency operations centers, particularly private sector liaisons, whose job it is to coordinate with the private sector and let them know what's going on as far as what the states are thinking. And also they can know what the private sector is thinking so they can help commerce move across borders and up and down highways. Well, this is the GOES satellite image, and I just put it into motion here. And we do have a couple of things of interest. We have some snow falling throughout New England, and this satellite picture shows, you can see that sunset line coming, the Terminator line. And this is the area of disturbed weather that's creating snow, some of it moderate to heavy. GeoCollaborate shows where the winter storm severity index is indicating impacts to critical infrastructure. And I'll show here, I'll point out with my arrow right here in New Hampshire and Vermont, New York. This is all because of a weather system up here that's going on right now. This part down here is in the 2 to 3 day time frame where impacts are anticipated. I'll turn on here the National Weather Service radar so you can see where that snow is falling right up here to the north. And that's going to be continuing to move in this direction. So it will pile up in some cases 4 to 6 inches, sometimes 8 to 10 inches in some isolated areas. So impacts to driving is going to be pretty big. I'll put on the legend here so you can see what's going on from the Winter Storm Severity Index. Anywhere, and I'll turn the Weather Service radar data off, anywhere that you see the orange here, that's where you can see moderate, that means hazardous driving conditions are expected. So this batch of Winter Storm Severity Index is for right now. This one is for the upcoming storm this weekend that's going to be developing off the North Carolina coastline and getting quite close to the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay. Exactly where that low pressure ends up is going to tell the difference between who hits the jackpot with some major amounts of snowfall and who gets off on the western edge of that precipitation field. There will be a trough of low pressure that'll set up along the coastline here. That'll be a focus of some precipitation, but snowfall, I should say. It'll start off as rain on Saturday evening into Sunday morning. But this is the highest impact area. You see this from Connecticut, coastal Connecticut, including Long Island, and down into New York, including New York City, down into New Jersey. Most of New Jersey here is in a higher impact area, except extreme northwest Jersey. But this yellow area, you can see by the legend as well, means minor driving hazards, but they are still hazards. So you want to be very, very careful with any snowfall on the road. And then down here in the mountains of West Virginia, some of the higher elevations, ski resorts there, Seven Springs, places like that, could receive quite a bit of snow as well, 8 inches or more on Saturday night into Sunday and early Monday. This will be pulling up the coast. But let's get in here just a little bit closer so I can zoom in on this area in New Jersey and also Delaware. We're talking about a pretty high impact, and I wanted to get close enough because there are spots here on Long Island where major impacts to critical infrastructure are expected. And this is very close to New York City as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this low pressure system develops fast enough and moves close enough to the coast. We could see approach blizzard conditions in some of these locations, particularly out on Long Island, where winds could reach 40 to 45 miles per hour with gusts to 50 to 55 miles per hour along Long Island. That may impact some of the power lines there. We'll be tracking that as well with our partners at poweroutage.us. And also in central and southern Jersey, this indication right now looks like impacts all the way to the coastline from snow, and that extends also out here across the Delaware River into Delaware. So I'll bring this up just a little bit further. So the entire state of Delaware is likely to be highly impacted with moderate hazardous driving conditions expected during the evening Sunday into Monday. That also extends into Northeast Maryland, Eastern Pennsylvania, and also down towards the eastern shore of Maryland. So we're looking at areas that, and this could spread a little bit further to the west to impact Baltimore, Washington right now, but it's currently not anticipated that we'll have major impacts to the Baltimore, Washington area from this particular storm. But I do want to move a little bit further down to the south as well, because this Winter Storm Severity Index is updated. And those of you in the All Hazards Consortium, the SICE, those members can dive into the dashboard here and take a look at your area and see how much impact is expected there. But this extends all the way almost to the coastline here. I do expect some serious coastal erosion once again. We're going to be monitoring IUCE data sets from the Maracus website and also from the Socorro website in the southeast portion of the country, but also Naracus. That's the northeastern portion of the country and the observations that they have. Tomorrow we'll dive in a little bit into those websites. I'll show you some of the data that you can get, and I'll share those links with you as well. But even on the coast of New Jersey, as I go up here further to the north, take a look at the impacts that are anticipated. This is red area here, and that red area, once again, major impacts. Avoid travel in this area of New Jersey. So, we're talking about Ocean County, Atlantic County, Atlantic City, all the way up past Toms River towards Hamilton. This is a very dynamic situation, and it will be changing as we head on into the weekend. Okay, let's take a look at the probabilities of the snow and the snow impact here in the Mid-Atlantic, Northern Mid-Atlantic, Southern New England. This is a product from the Weather Prediction Center. It's called the Probabilistic Precipitation Portal. And what I have displayed here is the expected amount. This is basically, you can think of this as the official forecast from the National Weather Service. And I can cursor over this and look in parts of West Virginia. We could see anywhere from 6 to 8, perhaps 9 inches of snow in the higher elevations. Then it dips down a little bit. The totals go down towards Washington, D.C. We're looking right now at snowfall totals of maybe 2 to 4 inches of snow. Up towards Baltimore, maybe a little bit more than 4, maybe 4 or 5 inches of snow. And when you get over towards the eastern shore and over towards Delaware and New Jersey, you see 6 inches of snow there in Delaware. And then New Jersey looks like could be a bullseye there up to Long Island, where we're talking about potentially up to 8, perhaps 10 or 12 inches of snow in isolated areas. That'll happen where you have these convective bands, these bands of snow that set up and just kind of dump snow at a rate of 1 to 2 inches per hour. I wouldn't be surprised with how fast this low pressure system is expected to deepen, that we may have some snow storms or thunder snows here along the coastline. That is possible with the instability that's going to be there. And so what else we like to do here in when we're talking about potential impacts is to plan for the worst and you hope for the best. If you plan for the worst, then you're ready to be impacted for several days, if not more. If you don't, then you're not going to be ready for that time period. So everyone within the SICE, make sure that you're preparing for the worst. Now, this is the expected amount of snow. What I'm going to do is change this now to the high end amount. So if this storm is what we call an overachiever, it moves a little closer to the coast, pumps more moisture in over New Jersey, over Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, then this is the amount of snow that we could see. And so now you can see the difference in the colors. And so let's put the cursor over this so we can see what it looks like. So we're talking about Washington, D.C., down to southern Maryland, including Baltimore, also into eastern Pennsylvania. This is an area of 10 to 15 inches of snow that is possible if this storm overachieves. Now, don't think this is about a 10% likelihood of happening. We go out towards southern Pennsylvania here in the orange, out towards western Maryland, northern Virginia. We're talking 9 to 10, perhaps 11 inches of snow on the worst case scenario. And then as we head on to Maryland's eastern shore, we're talking about 17 to perhaps 23 inches of snow, maybe 24 inches of snow in this area. The dark red, that's where we get into the sweet spot if this storm overperforms. And so the Weather Prediction Center is thinking this could be upwards of 25 inches of snow in parts of New Jersey. Again, there's only a 10% chance of this happening, but this is the high-end scale. Up towards New York City, we're talking about a potential of 12 to 18 inches of snow in New York City. And even up towards Connecticut, Rhode Island, and southeastern Massachusetts, we're talking about the chance of more than 12 to 15 inches. Now, this forecast ends at 12Z, which is about 7 o'clock Monday morning. It's still going to be snowing Monday morning in here. So this is a forecast just to that period. So there will be an extended period of snow out on the Cape that would bring these totals up. But this, again, is the high-end total. It's not what's expected. There's only a 10% chance of this happening. Now I want to take you on the low end. What is the low-end amount that could fall if this storm moves out to sea or doesn't develop so rapidly? This is the amount of snow that could fall. In the mountains of West Virginia, 2 to 4 inches of snow. And out towards Washington, D.C., only less than a half inch of snow. And that is true up towards Baltimore, just a trace to 0.2 of an inch of snow. And over to New Jersey, 1 inch. So again, this has a 10% probability of happening on the low end. So it's not likely, but this is something that we want to communicate. On the low end in Pennsylvania, we're talking 1 to perhaps 2 or 3 inches of snow here, and the storm moves out to sea, and Cape Cod and Rhode Island and eastern Massachusetts and Connecticut really get nothing. So that is not likely to happen. This is the expected amount from the National Weather Service, where New Jersey and Long Island and southeastern New York, southern Connecticut are expected to be in that bullseye of anywhere from 7 to 12 inches of snow. Okay, what about the West Coast? I'm looking at the GOES West satellite here, and I do want to point out some things. I'm looking at the mid-level moisture, and once again, I mentioned this yesterday, but it goes today as well. Any of these areas in orange and red, that signifies dry air. So it's not anything severe that we have to worry about. It's dry air. You can see the moisture and the clouds here, like this low pressure system. It's fairly intense in the Pacific Ocean here. And here is this area of low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska that is diving down in this direction. And that's going to force this stream of moisture and this stream of moisture to curve up and make contact with California, from central California to northern California, and also the coastal Oregon. This is an atmospheric river that's anticipated to begin impacting the West Coast. Now, where is Hawaii? Here is Hawaii right here with my arrow. And while it looks like it's got drier air over you, you still have easterly winds coming in, and that is causing the surf to be up very high. So that's what's happening there in Hawaii. The big story is going to be another atmospheric river coming ashore, dropping a lot of snow in the western part of the country. And here's what we're talking about on GeoCollaborate from the standpoint of the Winter Storm Severity Index that I talked about on the East Coast. Of course, the Olympic Peninsula, with that elevation, they're expected to have pretty high impacts from this atmospheric river coming in. But look at this, highlighting the Cascade Range and then on down towards the Sierra Nevada range again. This will happen next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. But it looks like we're going to have impacts before then with the area of moisture that's heading in to the Pacific Northwest right now. And here's that look once again. Here is Washington, here's Oregon. You can see that moisture heading in there. That's creating high elevation snows and also impacting a little bit lower as well, driving conditions. So just use caution when this kind of weather is headed your way. It looks like you're going to be rocking and rolling again with another AR3 expected to hit Oregon and California over the next 3 to 7 days. And we'll keep you posted on those impacts as well. From the total precipitable water perspective, this is something that we look at to check out where the moisture is. And you can see on the West Coast, this area of moisture right in here is coming in. That is why in Southwest Oregon, it looks like we could have 4 to 8 inches of rain. Of course, that rain is squeezed out of the atmosphere because of the mountain range here close to the coastline. But you can see that storm I pointed out on the Western satellite image over here. And you can see these trails of atmospheric river here that are going to come around the base of this trough that's moving down and come up into Oregon and California, parts of Washington as well. So it's not like an exceptional amount of moisture. I mean, right down here, this is really moist. We don't see that heading for the coast right now. But the other thing I wanted to point out is on the East Coast, look in the Gulf. You can see a lot of moisture, some tropical moisture here that is starting to build up along the Gulf Coast. This is what the storm system on Sunday is going to tap into and try to wrap a lot of that moisture into parts of the Mid-Atlantic, particularly Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, and on up the coast there. So we're monitoring this total precipitable water. It's a product, comes from NOAA, and it's derived from a bunch of satellites where they can see and profile the atmosphere and give us this really critical information. So this is the area that we're going to be watching all weekend as that low pressure system develops. Exactly where it develops will tell the tale and tell the story of who gets snow and how much snow actually falls. Thanks so much for watching this update. I'm Dave Jones with Storm Center Communications and GeoCollaborate. We'll keep you posted. Likely we'll be back tomorrow with another update, and we'll post this on the SICE hub and also send it out through Signal. Please watch out for yourself and take care of your neighbors. They really do appreciate it, especially when storms like this might be coming around. Well, take care.